Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back to Kobo Sports Room. I told you we are doing a couple of things, and then when the time is right, you will see what we have been doing to put this whole thing to the next level. So this is Kobo Sports Room. I think our last video we posted was about 3 days ago. When the time is right, the videos will come. Constant videos will be on this particular channel. So make sure you click on the subscribe button, you press the post notification bell, follow us on our social media platform. Everywhere is Kobo Sports Room. Make sure you go there, you go and follow us, and then let's connect on the socials, But today is Monday afternoon, very, very, very fine Monday. The weekend didn't go well for some people, and then for some people, it kind of went well. Manchester City, didn't do well this weekend. Chelsea lost. Real Madrid also lost. It was an abysmal performance by Real Madrid, I would say, by Kylian Mbappe scored hat-trick. So we are not even here to even, go in the weekend review, but we have some news for you. Yesterday, that was on Sunday, Nottingham Forest played against Leicester City, and after the game, something happened on the pitch. That is what we are going to talk about here today. And then the French League, Le Championnat, their awards is also out. Their team of the season is out. Dembele won the player of the season. We are also going to talk about it here. And then, probably we'll give you something about Arsenal. It is funny, but we'll give you something about Arsenal. So click on the subscribe button, press the post notification bell, Kobo Sports Room. Let's get straight into the video. So let's start with Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest currently, they are just 1 point behind Chelsea. They are fighting for the Champions League slot. Ideally, they should have qualified for the Champions League way earlier, even before the Premier League table becomes tougher. Look at the table. The table is now tougher. It is left with 2 games. They have a game with Chelsea to play. Last game against Chelsea to play. So now it is growing more tougher and tougher. All right. I want you to understand where this man was coming from. And then after the game against Leicester City, which they were supposed to win, they drew 2-2 against Leicester City. Ideally, Nottingham Forest are supposed to win this game. And then after the game, we saw their owner on the pitch, fuming. He was basically frustrated for the fact that Nottingham Forest couldn't take the advantage of Chelsea losing and then go past Chelsea to the Champions League slot. Now it is 5 teams, it is no more 4 teams. So he was angry, fuming, entered the pitch and then started, trolling hands. I want to state it here on record that I don't subscribe to his, he going to the pitch to go and throw hands. I don't subscribe to that. But I agree with him with his ambitions. I agree with him totally. 100% agree with him. Because let me give you a background of this particular man. This man is a business mogul, a businessman in Greece. Of course, his father was a politician in Greece. Now he is, a businessman. He owns ships company, or he owns ships in Greece. I mean, Greece, port-wise, they are very good. Of course, they have a big port and all of that. So he owns ship, and then he's also a businessman. So ideally, in the business world, he is successful there. He decided to come into sports. He acquired Olympiacos, the biggest team in Greece, in 2010. And then after that, of course, it has been success after success after success for Olympiacos. Last season, they won the Conference League. So that is like European competition. Last season, Olympiacos won that. So he's been successful over the years. Came to Nottingham Forest to acquire Nottingham Forest. And then 2 seasons ago, he took Nottingham Forest from the Championship into the Premier League. Now, there was a time when Nottingham Forest was buying players after players after players. They even signed 11 players in one particular transfer window. People were asking, are these guys mad? There was a time, they even had issues with the FFP. They had issues with PSR. That is Nottingham Forest because they had spent more than what they could have spent. This guy got the promotion money. He didn't even use a penny of the promotion money. He invested in Nottingham Forest. So if he is coming on the pitch to demand for a Champions League qualification, of course you have to understand him. So I get it. I get the ambition. I get where he wants the team to go. I get where he wants to put Nottingham Forest to. And I see the ambition in him. So I don't see any problem with him demanding for a Champions League qualification, because Nottingham Forest should have qualified for the Champions League long time, even before it being tighter. This particular 2 games to go, it is now tighter than first. They were supposed to qualify for the Champions League way earlier, even before this round. So he demanding for the Champions League qualification on the pitch. I think I agree with him, but I don't agree with his approach coming to the pitch to come and throw hands and all of that. Of course, he brought in Nuno Espirito Santo. He has materials. He has invested in the team. So, I agree with Evangelus, Marinakis, their owner. Of course, he's an ambitious man, and I think that going forward, I think that the Champions League is kind of it is not possible currently as we speak, but Europa League will be okay for them. Probably maybe they should up their game, buy 1 or 2 players, and then the Europa League will be okay for them. The Champions League is too strong. I think they can't make it to the Champions League. As a Chelsea fan, my perspective, I think they can make it to the Champions League. But now Europa League is okay. So if you see Evangelus, Marinakis on the pitch demanding for a Champions League qualification, it is not like he's trying to disrespect the coach or they have overachieved in this particular season. No, I think that he has invested so much, and then if he is demanding for a Champions League qualification, rightfully so, because they deserve to play the Champions League this season. Their performance this season has been, sublime, and they deserve to play the Champions League this season. So if you are drawing against a relegation team, Leicester City, that's not good. If you want to qualify for the Champions League, that's not good. If I'm the owner, I'll be fuming. So if he's fuming, I totally agree with him, but his approach is what I don't subscribe to. I think that he should, probably go to the dressing room, go and blast the coach anyway. So he brought a statement right after his actions that today is the day for celebration, because after 30 years Nottingham Forest is now guaranteed to be competing in the European stage once again. A promise I made to our supporters when we achieved promotion with 2 more games to go in the Premier League. We must keep believing and keep dreaming right to the final kick in the final game. We are extremely proud and close to Nuno and the team. We must all celebrate the historic achievement of the season, blah, 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 blah. So what he's basically trying to say is that he going to the pitch, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to sack the coach. He's not going to sack the coach, but he's kind of ambitious, and then he's proud, or as a Nottingham Forest owner, that Nottingham Forest probably has, secure the slot in the next season's European competition. So if they don't even play the Champions League, probably maybe Europa League, they will play. So Evangelus Marinakis, I agree with him. I think he's a top owner. He demands the topmost from his players and then his coach, and then he should continue to be that. And I think Nottingham Forest will eventually come back to their, they are a big side in England. They have won 2 Champions League. So if he's demanding for Champions League, don't see him like that. Don't even see him like that. But let's move to the next story. Ligue 1, Les Championnats awards are out. They did it this weekend. And then, of course, we have, the pictures are very, 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 nice pictures, as you can see on the screen. But their team of the season is where I have a problem with. Their team of the season is where I have the problem. And this is the team of the season. You have Dembele, leading the front line. Bradley Bakola, Desiree Doué. We have Ryan Cherki. We have Joao Neves. We have Fitinha. Nuno Mendes as the left back. Pacho Marquinhos as the the center pair, and then Hakimi as the right back. So basically, it is let's say PSG 11. It is PSG 11 basically, and then their goalkeeper to the Leo goalkeeper. But I think that there is one name missing here. Andre Santos is missing here. I don't know how they're going to fix Andre Santos in here, but Andre Santos is missing here. Andre Santos should be in the team of the season. When you look at the performances he has, put out for Strasbourg this season, helping Strasbourg to challenge for the Champions League, coming from nowhere, coming from the 16th, the 17th, and then they are now challenging for the Champions League season or the Champions League slot. I feel that he must be here. And then Georgi Petrovic too. I feel that Petrovic should be the goalkeeper of the season. If the Leo goalkeeper is the keeper of the season or has come into the, of course, the team of the season, I feel that Petrovic should be the goalkeeper in this particular 11 of the season in the Le Championnat Ligue 1. So Andri Santos is not here. I'm disappointed. If you ask me, ideally it should be Vitinha out, Andri Santos in, but Joao Neves should be out and Andri Santos should be in because Joao Neves has not really played a lot of games in the Ligue 1, Le Championnat to demand, or to be in the team of the season. I feel like generally he has done well as a defensive midfielder for PSG this season. But with respect to the league, Andri Santos should have been here. But of course, the very, very, very good pictures, and then it's a very good team. Dembele is there. Dembele also won the Player of the Season, and I feel like this is an agenda award, even though he deserves it. He is the Player of the Season, but it is an agenda award. They are trying to push Dembele for the Ballon d'Or. That is why he has won the Player of the Season in the Ligue 1 Le Championnat. If they win the Champions League, probably perform well in the Champions League final, he's going to win the Ballon d'Or. Of course, he's leading for the Ballon d'Or. He has PR. He is a French boy playing in the French league. So if he is the French footballer of the year or player of the season in the Ligue 1 Le Championnat, it should tell you that they are doing an agenda for Dembele to win the Ballon d'Or. Desiree, 21 goals, 7 assists in 28 games. That is solid for Ousmane Dembele. And then Desiree also took the young player of the season. Of course, he should win the Golden Boy. He has won the young player of the season for the Ligue 1 Le Championnat. Over the years, look at the the young players of the season. We have Aurelien Tchouameni. That's a top talent coming up from 2001 to 2005. 2002 was Saliba. Saliba is doing well for Arsenal. We have Nuno Mendes to 2013, and then Zaire Emery 2014, Desiree Doué also 2015. So Desiree Doué has also won the young player of the season in Ligue 1 Le Championnat. Let's laugh. Look at this. Premier League point over the last 3 seasons. Manchester City 245, 2 trophies or 2 titles. Arsenal 241, 0 titles. Liverpool 232, 1 title. Arsenal, it's crazy, 245 over the last 2 seasons. For Man City, 2 titles. 241 for Arsenal over the last 2 seasons, 0 title. That's not good enough. It is, it is funny, but that's not good enough, So that is what we have for the Arsenal fans. I think they should do 1 or 2 things and then probably get a striker, they get some depth in their midfield and then they will be okay. They will be cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been your update video for you, Kobo Sports Room. Stick with us. Subscribe to the channel, press the post notification bell, and then we have so many content coming out for you. Thank you so much for your time. This is Kobo Sports Room, and peace.